morning, guys. It's Saturday, the day after I stood on the bridge with the thin blue line flag. It was really received incredibly well, and I can't believe how far it's gone. It's made it to Dallas Police Department. Apparently, somebody's sending it to the governor's office for Dallas or for Texas. But there's a couple people that are having a little, not ill feelings towards it, but they're voicing their opinion, and they feel upset that nobody has done this for the innocent victims that have been shot by police. Now, I'm not going to say that every incident where police involve shootings are justified or not justified. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I'm not part of the Division of Justice or Department of Justice. So I can only state my opinions on them. And yesterday's stunt, not even stunt, it was more a show of solidarity. And like I said, it was really received really well. 99% of the town beeped, honked, supported me. 1% gave me the fuck the polices, the middle fingers, stuff like that. Maybe 4 or 5 people total. That kind of, because it was hip to say fuck the police or to throw the middle finger up at the flag. So, and I really didn't let it bother me because of the reception that you guys gave me. But I just want to shed some clarity on it. What was done yesterday was for the solidarity of the entire incident. If you notice, the protesters, the peaceful protesters, will say, ran. And what did they do when they ran? They ran to the police. They ran and looked at police for guidance. And then police weren't trying to murder them civilians. They weren't trying to take it as an opportunity just to start shooting unarmed civilians. So for people to say that cops are bad and they're trying to shoot and find any reason to shoot and murder and assassinate unarmed black men, women, children is a fallacy. And we proved that Saturday night, whatever night it was, Thursday night. Things are mixed up in my life right now. Thursday night, we proved it. We proved that there's police officers in this world that are willing to die and willing to give up their life and willing to take a bullet for you. Not because you're white, but because you're a human being, and that's the oath that we take. So for people to think that all cops have a bounty for a black person's head, Dallas just proved you wrong. No, I'm not saying that there's no such thing as a bad cop or a racially biased cop. I'm not saying that at all, because that's fact. I'm sure there is. Just like there's racially biased people in this world. Just because you're white doesn't mean that you're automatically racist. Especially being a white cop. Just because you're a white cop doesn't mean you're automatically racist. Just because you're a black person doesn't mean that you're a criminal. And even if you are a criminal, there's white criminals, yellow criminals, brown criminals, purple criminals. It doesn't matter. There's criminals all shapes, sizes, races, colors, religions, anything. So to try, the problem is the media race baits because it's popular. It's going to give them ratings. It makes sense for them to say a black man was killed by a white cop because it's going to give that outcry. What I did yesterday had a specific meaning towards it. And I posted it several times. I started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to symbolize the 2 civilians that were shot by the gunman. I'm not going to call him a sniper, but the gunman, because he executed people. It wasn't he wasn't hiding out. He did it in the open. He walked up and blasted this cop. So I started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the 2 civilians that were shot during this incident. So for you to think that I did it just for police lives, you're wrong. There's proof. All right. I stood there for 3 hours at attention, refusing to move. That symbolized and recognized and honored the 3 cops that were first reported dead. And I finished at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And the reason I finished at 5 o'clock was for the 5 cops that were shot and killed. It was solidarity to show that in an incident like that, police and civilians support each other. The man that they thought was the shooter, I believe his name was Mark, because he had a long rifle on and camo pants and shorts. But because he was standing there with a AR, which people swear to God is an assault rifle or a fully automatic rifle, because he stood there, because he's black, he's automatically doing something wrong. Well, I love Texas because they're an open carry state. I think the entire country should go to open carry. I personally do. I believe the entire country should be able to defend themselves against people like this shooter, or the Orlando shooter, or for the sake of the matter, because people are going to come back and say, well, oh, you're racist, you're only talking about black people or Muslims. No. Kill the motherfucker from Sandy Hook 2, or the Arizona shooting in the movie theater, the Batman kid. Kill them all. Defend yourself. You should have that right. You should have the right to defend yourself and go home to your family. But it showed he volunteered. He gave his gun up to the police department as soon as he saw he was a suspect. And him and his brother volunteered to help. So if you tell me that society is so fucked up that people think it's okay to kill cops, this gentleman proved people wrong. And if you think that there's division between police and civilians, this man is trying to prove that that can still be salvaged. So again, this wasn't about just showing that police lives matter as well, because they do. But people want to say that the All Lives Matter movement is racist. Well, it's a knee-jerk reaction to the Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, I get that. Okay, fine. You can have that. If you want to say that it's a knee-jerk reaction to Black Lives Matter, I can kind of agree with that. But make it the Me Too movement. Have Me Too marches. Because guess what? Black Lives Matter. But me too. I matter too. I've got a family. I've got a wife. I've got a home. I've got a job. I put a uniform on every day and took an oath to protect you. To keep the bad people away from the good people. So, but my life matters too. So the new movement should be Me Too. Because you matter, me too. So with that being said, I hope that people show up tonight. Even though the weather's supposed to be kind of bad. But I want you guys all to know that your life matters just as much as my life matters. 99.9% of you aren't out shooting cops. 99.9% of cops aren't out shooting unarmed black people. It's got to end. It's got to end. There's got to be unity. There's got to be solidarity. This whole protesting and destruction of your towns and your cities, it's got to stop. Because at the end of the day, when something like this goes on, you're looking to the police. The same police that you swear are trying to kill you. But they just had a protest in Philadelphia yesterday. Completely peaceful. Not one brick was thrown, not one shot was fired, and not one fire was set. Guess what? Everybody's still alive. So on that note, thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the kind words. God bless. I hope to see you guys later.